Toby Keith passes away at 62 years old. 62 years old. Take a look.
A Fox News alert, country music star Toby Keith has died at the age of 62.
A post on social media from early this morning says, quote, Toby Keith passed away peacefully last night, surrounded by his family. He fought his fight with grace and courage. Please respect the privacy of his family at this time. Back in June 2022, Keith revealing he'd been battling stomach cancer for the last 6 months and was receiving chemo, radiation, and surgery. Tommy Laren's an Outkick host. She joins us now. Tommy, your reflections on the life and legacy of Toby Keith.
Well, I got to tell you guys, being here in Nashville, Tennessee, obviously it hits a little different here in Music City. Toby Keith, such a big part of this town, such a big part of country music, and he was actually the first concert I ever attended, so he holds a really special place in my heart and the heart of so many Americans as well. And I can't help but think about his patriotic anthems, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue in the aftermath of 9/11, such an anthem for Americans. He gave us such a cathartic release, and he was just such a fantastic patriot, so important to country music. You know, we're so happy that he is in peace now, but he's such a wonderful talent to have lost, and our hearts and our prayers go to his family and obviously to the country music industry. There will never be another Toby Keith.
There will never be another Toby Keith, Tommy. You're so right about that. And I was reading that he was in his 30s when he signed his first record deal, which is a little late in the game, but he was trying so hard to get his big break. And before he did that, he worked as a rodeo hand. He worked in the Oklahoma oil fields. He also played semi-professional football to support his family.
So, yep, Toby Keith has actually passed away. And I know that a lot of people don't necessarily listen to country music, but he was really, really huge in the country music scene. And that's not even the biggest thing. The big thing is that passed away at 62 years old. I mean, literally, that is a young age to just be passing. 62? 62? Stomach cancer? Lord have mercy. Good God. Whew. 62. Seems like it's so much more life to be lived. And that's why I leave it all on the floor every day, is because you never know. Like, God willing, I get to 95 in good health. But at the same time, it's just like, yo, if I don't make it because life is taken from you like a thief in the night, then I'm just very thankful to have lived the life that I've lived, because I feel like I've lived 3 to 4 lifetimes already. And sometimes you can't control what happens to you. You know what I'm saying? So God bless his family. I hope everybody is doing well over there. But, man, that is very, very young. I mean, I'm already halfway there, right? I'm at, 41? And it passed by so fast. It's like, let's just make the best of it. Let's get to it. Let's have a lot of box. Let's have some fun. Let's do things the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a very young age, to be honest with you. Anyways, continuing. So over in New York City, they're actually experiencing a setback when it comes to addressing migrant issues, when it comes to immigration and ICE agents. Take a look.
After that Times Square attack, some leaders are demanding the city council undo laws that prevent federal agents from deporting migrants convicted of crimes.
CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer here now with that part of the story. Marcia?
Well, Dana and Dick, clue the governor and all the other irate politicians now calling for the immediate deportation of the migrants who assaulted the police officers if they are convicted. Their words falling on deaf ears because city laws prevent the NYPD from cooperating with federal immigration agents known as ICE. And the numbers are startling.
This past fiscal year, ICE issued 109 detainer requests for individuals who are dangerous, that committed crimes in our city. And zero have been honored by the city of New York.
Congresswoman Nicole Maliotakis is one of numerous public officials who think the migrants who attacked 2 NYPD officers in Times Square should be deported if they are convicted. But unlike Governor Hochul and some of the others using the D word, she knows it's a tough sell, maybe impossible, because laws passed by the city council and signed into law by former Mayor Bill de Blasio prevent the city from cooperating with federal immigration agents.
What's troubling the most, perhaps, is that NYPD's hands are tied and they are prohibited by City Council's laws from 2014 from cooperating with immigration and customs enforcement.
Federal agent.
It's amazing to me. It honestly is amazing to me that there's more restrictions to preventing things from happening. Like, you have a harder time of getting people out of here than we have as hard of a time getting locked up. It's much easier for us to get locked up than for them to be able to get up out of here. They have more protections for, look, even when they are illegally here, you're not even supposed to be here. You're trespassing. Happy birthday to AJ Wise. Shout out to AJ Wise. You're trespassing. And it's harder to get you to leave as a person that is trespassing onto this land than it is. Like, I don't understand. Why? Okay, here's my question. Why would you vote, or why would you establish a law that prevents people from being deported that are here illegally in a specific city? Why would you create a law that prevents people from being deported that are here illegally? And we know that you're not supposed to be here. We know that you're not paying taxes. We know that you're not supposed to be here. We know it's a possibility that you're committing crime, because it's a crime to be here, first of all. And secondly, it's a crime for you to be here and not be paying taxes on money that you earning. We know this. Like, we know this for a fact. But we are establishing cultural norms to where it basically protects the people that are not supposed to be here. But if you are here legally, in 5 seconds, you can get locked up. Somebody said, when was this bill created? In 2014. 2014. So now immigration is reaching out to the city of New York to get permission to be able to remove people from these cities, and they can't do their job, and 0 are honored. And not only is the city itself preventing themselves from being able to have these people deported and protecting them, not one person was removed as a result of it. Sly Guy said in California, they are completely untouchable and can't be removed. No, I'll do you one better, Sly Guy. Not only are they completely untouchable, but also they get free health care coverage now. What up, KK? All right. And in addition to that, last but not least, Superbowl ads hit a new record high.
I love those ads. The Super Bowl isn't just for football, obviously. Brands are also going all out for the big game. A 30-second spot reportedly costs up to $7 million for Super Bowl 58, which will air right here on CBS. Well, that puts pressure on advertisers to make something memorable. One brand is using actor Jeremy Renner to do just that a year after his snowplow accident. Jolene Kent takes us behind the scenes for the making of a Super Bowl commercial and shows us what's at stake for companies.
Mark, ready, and action. I feel good. Na, 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 na.
Really? Seriously? This is what we doing?
Jeremy Renner is making a superhuman comeback for the Super Bowl. The Oscar nominee kicking his way into the big game with a commercial for Silk.
I got you. Oh, I do feel good, you know. And then I read the script. I'm like, oh, wait, I don't know if I feel that good because it's very, very physical.
Renner spent 2023 recovering from a near-fatal snowplow accident that left him with more than 30 broken bones and a collapsed lung.
It's like, you know, a threshold of making.
All right. Shout out to Jeremy. We like him. We love him. We actually like the role that he played in the Marvel movies. However, $7 million. $7 million for up to $7 million for a 30-second ad. Now, how many of you guys actually think that these ads resonate? Now, I'm not trying to knock the NFL's hustle or the Super Bowl's hustle, but I'm just trying to figure out how many of y'all actually think that these ads resonate, or you used to watch it for the ads, but now you actually don't even really care about the Super Bowl ads anymore. $7 million. Listen, if it's a company out there that's spending $7 million on a Super Bowl ad, let me tell you something. I have a much more effective marketing plan for you. No company in their right mind, unless you just want to throw money away, no company in their right mind should be spending $7 million on a Super Bowl ad. And it costs you money to hire the actors, do the editing. By the time that it's all said and done, you probably are spending close to 10. Some of these companies are spending close to $10 million for a Super Bowl ad. No, listen. It's a much better, more effective ways for you guys to get brand visibility or increase sales than to spend $7 million for a 30-second Super Bowl ad. After the first 2 or 3 ads, you're like, oh, this is corny anyway. They say most people still watch Super Bowl ads, but here's the thing. This is what y'all got to ask yourself. Does it translate into real sales? Does it translate into action, right? Because just because you spend a lot of money and just because it creates a lot of visibility don't necessarily mean that it's going to actually translate into profits for the company. This is stupid, honestly. For any company that has the budget to spend $7 to $10 million on a Super Bowl ad, that's wild to me. In 2024, nope, I wouldn't do it. You have a much better, more effective way to be able to reach an audience than spending $7 million on a Super Bowl ad.